The world is witnessing a geopolitical shift of seismic proportions. China and Russia, once wary neighbors, are steadily drawing closer, their destinies increasingly intertwined. This burgeoning alliance, driven by shared interests and fueled by opposition to US policies, has the potential to reshape the global order as we know it. From the halls of the Kremlin to the corridors of power in Beijing, a new axis of power is emerging, one that challenges the established dominance of the United States and its allies. The seeds of this realignment were sown years ago, but they have found fertile ground in recent times. The US-led interventions in Iraq and Libya, the expansion of NATO eastward, and the ongoing trade war with China have all contributed to a sense of unease in Moscow and Beijing. Both countries see themselves as targets of US containment policies, their rise viewed with suspicion and apprehension in Washington. This shared sense of grievance has created a powerful bond between China and Russia, a bond that transcends mere pragmatism. It is a bond rooted in a common worldview, one that emphasizes national sovereignty, non-interference in internal affairs, and a multipolar world order. In this new world, the US would no longer hold sway, its influence tempered by the rise of other power centers. This vision of a multipolar world where power is more evenly distributed is at the heart of the China-Russia partnership. It is a vision that resonates with many countries in the Global South who have long chafed under Western dominance. The question now is whether this nascent alliance can translate its shared vision into a concrete reality, one that can withstand the inevitable pushback from the US and its allies. The world watched with bated breath as Vladimir Putin touched down in Beijing in February 2022, marking the start of a historic summit between the leaders of Russia and China. Against the backdrop of the escalating crisis in Ukraine, the meeting was imbued with a sense of urgency and significance. It was a chance for the two powers to showcase their deepening partnership and to send a clear message to the West: the era of unipolarity is over. The optics of the summit were carefully choreographed to project an image of unity and strength. Xi Jinping, the Chinese paramount leader, greeted Putin with open arms, hailing him as an old friend and a valued partner. The two leaders then retreated behind closed doors for hours of talks, emerging with a joint statement that underscored their shared vision for a new era of international relations. The statement was remarkable for its breadth and ambition. It covered a wide range of issues, from trade and investment to cybersecurity and space exploration, signaling the comprehensive nature of their China-Russia partnership. But it was the sections on global governance and security that grabbed the most attention. In a thinly veiled rebuke to the US, the two countries pledged to oppose any attempt to create blocs or alliances based on Cold War thinking. They also called for a more just and equitable international order, one that reflects the interests of all countries, not just a select few. The message was clear. China and Russia are no longer content to be rule takers in a US-dominated world. They are determined to be rule makers, shaping the global order to suit their own interests and values. Beyond the realm of rhetoric, the burgeoning alliance between China and Russia is underpinned by a solid foundation of economic interdependence. The two countries have become increasingly reliant on each other for trade and investment, their economies dovetailing in a way that reduces their vulnerability to Western pressure. This economic synergy is perhaps most evident in the energy sector, where Russia has emerged as a crucial supplier of oil and gas to China's energy-hungry economy. The Power of Siberia pipeline, a mega project that began delivering natural gas from Siberia to northeastern China in 2019, stands as a testament to the growing energy ties between the two countries. This pipeline, stretching over 3,000 kilometers, is a symbol of their shared commitment to reducing their dependence on Western energy markets. But the economic partnership between China and Russia extends far beyond energy. The two countries have also deepened their cooperation in areas such as finance, technology, and infrastructure development. China, with its vast reserves of foreign exchange, has become a major investor in the Russian economy, providing much-needed capital for infrastructure projects and technological development. This economic interdependence is a double-edged sword, of course. While it strengthens the China-Russia axis and makes it more resilient to external pressure, it also creates vulnerability. Any disruption to this economic relationship, whether due to sanctions or other factors, could have significant consequences for both countries. However, the potential benefits of this economic partnership, at least in the short term, appear to outweigh the risks, driving China and Russia closer together. The growing strategic alignment between China and Russia is not limited to economic cooperation. It has also taken on a distinctly military dimension. Joint military exercises, once a rarity, have become increasingly frequent and sophisticated, showcasing the growing interoperability between the two militaries. These exercises, conducted in various theaters ranging from the Baltic Sea to the Sea of Japan, send a clear message. China and Russia are prepared to coordinate their military capabilities should the need arise. The sale of advanced weaponry from Russia to China further underscores the deepening military ties. Russia, for years, has been a major supplier of arms to China, providing everything from fighter jets to sophisticated missile defense systems. This transfer of military technology has not only bolstered China's military capabilities, but has also fostered a deeper level of trust and cooperation between the two defense establishments. Beyond joint exercises and arms sales, there are also signs of growing intelligence sharing and strategic coordination between China and Russia. The two countries have conducted joint patrols of the Western Pacific, a move widely seen as a response to the US's increasing naval presence in the region. This growing military cooperation, while not amounting to a formal alliance, represents a significant shift in the global balance of power. The implications of this military partnership are far-reaching. It raises the specter of a more assertive China and Russia on the world stage, willing to challenge US military dominance in key strategic areas. This, in turn, could lead to a more unstable and unpredictable security environment, particularly in regions where the interests of China, Russia, and the US intersect, such as the Asia-Pacific.